What's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting conversation imagining the possibilities of AI. My name is Elias, and I'm excited to be joined by Serena to co host this conversation with Titan AI. But more excitingly, we've got Ivin Huggan with us, the co founder of CutNet LLC, a Vegas based tech startup. Ivan, it'd be so cool if you could share a little bit about yourself and the tech you're working on.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Ivin Huggan. I am the co-founder of CutNet, the mobile hair service where we basically send your personalized barber or stylist to you no matter the place. It could be office space, hotel, or even your comfort of your own home. And I'm originally from New York, but came here like everyone else into 2020 during the pandemic to originally to visit family, but I decided to stay here because I love Vegas much better than New York. So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
just happy to be here and happy to explore more about AI. And funny enough, I'm actually my business and my partners are actually discussing ways to implement AI with our business. So I think, and to be honest, being part of this, learning more about Titan AI, this is the best opportunity to explore our horizons. So I'm happy to be on here.
Awesome. It's honored to have you here, Ivan. So, can you tell us a little bit more about the business model of CutNet? So,
Mhm.
you guys are mobile app, right? So, if a client just go to that app and then find a hairstylist, and then you guys just send a barber to wherever they located at. Is that how that work? Or
Yes, but it's more, I would say, more in depth. It's more, I would say, precise how we do things. So,
Mhm.
like a dating app, I'll just make a comparison. Like a dating app, we go on there, we pick preferences, who we like, who we don't like, stuff like that. So, with
Mhm.
us, you tell us your preferences with hair, your hair texture. So what you do is you help us understand you to get close to you by understanding your hair texture. So you have curly hair or your naturally straight hair, stuff like that. And then we show you barbers and stylists who are knowledgeable, who can handle your hair type and make things much easier so you don't have to search around for barbers and stylists that are good for you. We do it for you. We do the heavy lifting for you based on
Mhm.
reviews, based on prices that you prefer and your hair type. And then you get to pick who you want and they go to you.
Oh, and they go to you.
Yeah,
Wow. It's like a Uber, but like a for a barber.
pretty
That's
much.
amazing. I really like it because I feel like getting to know a hairstyle or like just picking a new hairstylist is so scary. It's a scary process. And I really liked it that you guys pre-qualified almost like, kind of like input all the information in and just like, pick the right match. So that's brilliant. So how do you come up with the idea or what's the journey that take you there today?
Yeah, so it's a funny story actually. So I was in college
Mhm.
2019. It's like second to my last year being my college back in New York. And I had a friend who went around campus, cut hair as a side hustle. And
Mhm.
I was already in the entrepreneur class. My school just added the entrepreneur class, so I was already into like getting like my feet wet into entrepreneurship. And originally I was coming up with a clothing line, funny enough. But
Yes, we all
but
do it, right?
and my friend who was cutting my hair, so I asked him, "Hey, can you cut my hair?" Because I usually get my hair cut back home in New York, which is called Poughkeepsie, and it's like an hour away from my school. So I was like,
Mhm.
"All right, I'll try him out, see what he can do." So I told him what time, what's a good day, and he came to my dorm, and it was just surreal. I asked him, "What is there anything he needs from me?" And he's like, "No, just provide a chair, sit down, and relax, and I'll do the cutting hair." So got my chair, sat down, and he went to town. Came out really good, based on what I asked. And over time, I just kept asking him to give me a haircut. And of course, I thought to myself one day because this is around the time before I think Uber was just about to IPO, and I was just in love with Uber's story and stuff like that. I remember the times where Uber was getting flagged from the mayor of New York City because the whole taxi union
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So I was like,
Mhm.
why? It's a nice idea, It's I get it, taxis will lose out money, but besides that, I thought, So there's a concept like Uber, and Uber is becoming big. So I thought to myself, like, since my friend was already cutting hair around campus to students, I was like, why isn't it like mainstream? Why is there a thing where it's like you can request a barber, they can come to you? I know famous people have that luxury, of course, but
Yeah.
why can't, everyone else? Say we got a business meeting, or say we have to go on a date, and we're not looking our best, because based how we look, it tells a lot how we take care of ourselves. So it's best to think about those last minute things before you go out to outside in the world. So I decided to do some research and decided to look into it to see if there's any business like that I just came up with. And funny enough, there wasn't. There was hit or misses, of course, but
Mhm.
I decided, you know what, I'll try it out. Why not? And over time, I realized that okay, I kind of like this business idea over the one I was working on. So
Mhm.
I switched from creating a clothing line to creating this business, and ever since then, I went through 2 Shark Tank competitions in New York, one local in my college, and one regional in the state level, where I represented my region in New York State, and then, well, of course, lost both. But
Mhm.
this is like right at the start of the pandemic, and I was reading articles throughout the pandemic, people complaining about not getting their haircut,
Oh,
all that good stuff. It
perfect
was just like,
timing.
oh wow, this is like
Mhm.
the perfect timing I did this.
Mm.
So during that year, I found out that there was another competitor, but another in another country called Trimit, which they actually have vans to go around
Mhm.
and cut people's hair. So I was like, okay, so I'm not the only one who come up with ideas similar to this. But over time, I realized that this company was going to not just your standardized, like just a Uber for haircut kind of style of business. I decided to like realize that there's other problems in the hair industry that people don't realize. For
Mhm.
starters, like updates to trends.
Mhm.
You never know like what's new, what can be
Mhm.
new, attractive to you. So I
Yeah.
want to create like a hub where like what's new, what's attractive, so you want to try it out and see if other barbers and stylists are capable of doing said style for you. And at the same time, when I was doing my research and development over the years, I realized through the barbers, they have a hard time dealing with customers, leaving like last minute before they come to them, or
Yeah.
vice versa. And another thing is, for customers, lack of hair trends, and then also having to go to a shop and realize that a certain barber or stylist that you may want to try can't even do your hair type. They don't have
Absolutely.
knowledge.
Mhm.
So, and I know this because my mom, she will go to New York City all the time, every other weekend to get a haircut. I was like, you driving 2-3 hours, wasting gas to get your hair done, while it could be someone in our town who could do exactly as the person you like.
Right.
So I decided to just create it myself. And during the pandemic, I have a family friend who actually, funny enough, she worked under I forgot what the company's called. She's one of the Shark Tank investors.
Mhm.
She created a hair company herself. I forgot what it was called, but she was working for a hair company that just came out, like, I think around the pandemic or before the pandemic.
Mhm.
And she gave me like a list of hairstylists to try who would be open to do it. And through me graduating college that 2021, I decided to get my first customer after graduating from my startup accelerator I went through from New York through Zoom. So that was a great experience having my first customer. And then we did more research and development. And then up until 2023, we decided to launch our platform officially as people appear to see it. And so far, it's been nothing but blessings. And we were nominated Top Technology of 2023 from the Vegas Tech
Mhm.
Awards. And this year, we're adding a new list of hairstylists through in California, LA area, who will
Mhm.
be who are celebrity stylists who will be able to help us expand our network.
Yeah.
So right now we're in talks right now, so we're expanding. So
Nice.
That's
yeah.
awesome. So that's really exciting, Ivan, and I love that you are elevating the experience beyond just getting a barber to you, but also doing some of the matchmaking of like hair trends and as well as like hair textures and types. But going back to the AI piece, at the start of the call, you mentioned, or even before we started, you mentioned that now you're looking at AI, as we all are, because of what it's doing to our industries. Can you talk a little bit about, current state of what you think is currently possible, and then future state what you think might become possible in the near future.
So yeah, before I start, there was a show. It's a Marvel. It's a Marvel show. It's called Loki, and there was a character that Jonathan Major played, and he was playing as like an inventor, and he was saying things that we think of fiction. I think how he said it was things that we think that are fiction can become nonfiction,
Right.
and along
Yeah.
those calibers. So with AI, anything is honestly possible. So
Mhm.
what I see, we recently OpenAI came up with the idea of like video generation. So you can type like a prompt
Right.
and it'll create the video. So
Mhm.
that's one area. So what I thought for CutNet, where you have this camera, I was thought about this in the future when we have the new version of the app launched, where
Mm.
you have the camera AI scan your face, scan your head, right? And this is the key part of what I mentioned, hair texture, right? So
Yeah.
say like, okay, I'll give you examples. Miss Wu, you, right? Miss Yu?
Yes.
Yeah. So have you ever read like say a magazine and you saw this model with a great how she had her hair done, right? And
Always.
do you ever wonder how that looked like on you?
Yeah.
So what we're creating right now is where you can see what you look like before you request your barber or stylist.
Oh, I love it.
So
Yeah.
it's like I thought of it like from filters, like you just filters, you can just put on whatever on your face, head. But I thought, why would you play out with specifically with hair? So based on your preference, say you have curly hair, and say you want a style similar to I don't know when The Rock had hair, and you
Mm,
want that style. So
mhm.
the AI would generate and of course take a picture, but generate what you look like with the hairstyle. So you know
Definitely.
what you look like before you have the
Mhm.
stylist go to you. So they'll know on top of that what you exactly want.
Oh my God, that's amazing because, like sometimes when we look at celebrity or, just their hair photos that we want it to look like because, the pictures look good and we don't know how it looked on us. So I love the idea because sometimes when we go to the hairstylist, they'll be like, I am a hair artist, not a magician, because even though they did the same haircut, but you don't look like the person in the pictures, you know what I mean? And a lot of times people got disappointed and they blame it on the barber, or the hairstylist, but it's not true because it definitely doesn't fit your, face shapes and all of that. So I really like the idea, and I believe that this a new technology definitely will be a game changer, especially for CutNet. So I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is super. That is super dope. I've been definitely excited to learn more about what you and Josh are up to with that, and anything we can do to support. Um, I would love to take this time to share the Titan video. And again, it's just like a preview. It's just going to show you the device, and it has a camera on it, and it's going to be AI powered, connects to your phone. But that's all we'll share about it. And then tomorrow, if you're available, watch our keynote that will be playing live, and it'll give you all of the different things. But for now, we can kind of just like get your reactions, and then I'm really excited and curious about like a tech integration partnership, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. I'm honestly impressed. It's like I have to ask, does the actual the button actually like blinks? Because that would be dope if it does. It does? Oh, okay. I'm already in love. I'm already in love because that's awesome. So I would say, what are the basic functions when it first rolls out?
Oh, the basic. Okay, yeah. So what makes this a little bit different, because we're all, there's a race in AI and all of that. So anything that comes into the space needs to really be a value add, and think about like, how do we do this differently? And so we've seen the race of generative AI, and we've seen, you know, prompted AI. So it's like, you can like, hey, AI, do this thing, or tell me about this, and it'll like pull out chats and all that. So while this device is capable of that, what is a value add here is intuitive AI. And so intuitive AI, really it's meant to be your guide. And so it can monitor certain situations. You can decide what apps you want to connect it to, so it can start monitoring those apps and then make intuitive recommendations. For example, it could say something like, you know, Elias, you haven't slept and you seem really stressed out right now. Do you want me to clear your calendar for the rest of the day? And you can, you know, or your heart has been irregular. Should we schedule a doctor's appointment for you? Or Serena, tomorrow you've got a meeting in this Oakland cafe. Do you want us to pre-order your coffee? You got a really tight schedule. And those are just some initial ideas, but it kind of opens up to unlimited potentials of how people would want to apply. One last thing I'll share with you is James Ritchie was on this call with us last week, and he, like, you know, if you're networking with a bunch of people and then you capture their business cards, can you imagine if this device can like capture the business card info for you, and then you can be like, hey Titan, how many new people did I meet today? You've met 17 new people. Great. Send them a follow-up email for me. And through large action models, actually execute those tasks for you.
That's amazing. I can see that rapidly being adopted. And I'll be one of the first to take it too, to use it as well.
That would be amazing.
Imagine if we hook up your barbers to it too, you know,
Yeah.
they can do the, you know, have more control over the, you know, whatever information we could feed the barbers of, you know, type, texture, etc. But then also like they could be the steward of the concept that you shared, which is letting their clients see what they would look like before they.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I can see that possibility happening. I can see that.
Or just collecting like, you know, information, because I know that like as a barber, you really need to understand your clients, right? So you don't need just meet them once, get the haircut done, but you also need to build this like relationship, know what they like and dislike, you know, and Titan can help, you know, to like put all of the profiles, you know, all of the records, you know, for each client, and, you know, just kind of like personalize it for the barber to work when they need to meet, you know, certain clients, especially like high profile clients as well. If you're going through like with the celebrity line, I'm so excited for that.
Amazing. Great. It is a great idea. I'm all for it, and if there's anything I can do to push you guys out there, which I will be happy to.
Yes. Awesome. Well, I hope to see you at our launch. If you haven't get a chance to register, I can send you a link. Our VIP launch is tomorrow at 10 a.m. But please also follow us on all of our social media channels, Titan _ AI _ to watch our keynotes. We'll be rolling out on Monday, March 25th. Yes.
Excellent. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
Sweet. Thank you, Ivin, so much. Appreciate this. Teamwork makes the dream work, and hope we'll connect again soon. Have a great one, everybody.
Have a good one.